The Philippine Volcanoes just showed that they are not just out to play rugby, they are in it for the win. Fresh from their explosive victory at the 2025 Unions Cup in Taiwan, please welcome to the studio Dylan Davies, Ken Mellorin, and Jonathan Greenwood. Gentlemen, welcome to the Scorecard. So glad you could join us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
First of all, congratulations. Incredible. After 6 years away from the 15s game, you guys have come back triumphant in this victory in Taiwan. First of all, how does it feel to be back in this level of competition? And tell us about the feeling of getting gold in this competition.
Yeah, well, I think really happy with the result, and we put a lot of effort in, and I think the victory is a lot sweeter. I think one thing Coach Josh said was to control the controllables, and there were a lot of things that didn't really go our way in Kaohsiung, but we controlled what we could control, like when we could train and what we ate, how we bonded as a team, and that really helped us, and I think it really did help us secure the win.
As I mentioned, it's been a long time since you guys have been competing in the 15s. Sevens has been a little bit more active for you gentlemen, but you guys have gone and won against Thailand in the final. But en route, you guys beat the defending champions in Singapore. What was the secret, boys, in this victory that you think took you guys over the line in Taiwan?
No, I think the biggest secret is how we bonded together as a team, because we only had a few days where we will compete on the first test match, and as you may know, there was a typhoon in Taiwan. So our 2 days of training got cut off, and what Jonathan said, or our coach said, is that control the controllables. And typhoon is something that we can't control, and what we did is we basically have to push through with that challenge or adversity that we've been faced to. Like, we even trained in a basement car park and even in a random field in Kaohsiung in Taiwan, just for us to get the preparation that we needed on our first game in Singapore. And that itself really bonded us together as a team, where we went in together to face that challenge as a team and as a unit, and the brotherhood that comes with it.
I love it. Dylan, what does this victory mean for Philippine rugby?
Oh, I mean, aside from the feeling of getting the gold, it's kind of stamping our reintroduction back into the 15s rugby, the test rugby. So I think the only way is up from here. So and I'm sure a lot of guys in the team feel the same way. It's just a really, really big honor to go on and represent the Philippines in such a way. I'm
sure, winning it all was probably the highlight of it all, but if you could choose something else, aside from just winning, the result itself, what was special about the campaign in Taiwan?
I think just going out there and representing not only your family, but representing a very, very proud nation is probably one of the highlights for me. I think it's just truly an honor to, just share the field alongside my kapateds and just be out there with them and representing the Philippines.
Now, of course, we're looking ahead now that you guys have bagged this victory. You guys are trying to build a bit of momentum. What's up next for the Volcanoes, and what can our Filipinos look forward to seeing you guys in action next?
I think I'll take this one.
Yeah, I think you know this.
So I think coming up, we've got the Sevens, the Asian Sevens series, which we recently got promoted to back in last year. That's going to be 2 legs, and then we've got the upcoming SEA Games, which is going to be an incredible feat, because we should be the reigning champions. We got gold in the Philippines when the SEA Games was here, and we got a couple of exhibition games for 15s coming up at the end of the year as well.
Perfect. So a lot to look forward to this year in 2025. Now, rugby culture, you guys are a big part in making it a bigger thing in the Philippines, and a lot of people are looking towards you guys in order to get familiar with the sport. And for those who are, haven't yet experienced rugby, haven't seen it, haven't played it, what is it about the sport that makes it so compelling? And what do you think is the reason why people should get involved in the sport?
Yeah, I think we're kind of speaking before. It's, as you can kind of see, it's a game for all sizes, right? You don't. I think there's this conception that you need to be big, strong, and aggressive. But yes, of course, that's needed in the sport. But it really is open, and it caters for a lot of shapes and sizes and people.
That was something that I brought in as a bit of a misconception, I suppose, that somebody of my stature would not be able to play rugby. But that's good to know. That is very, very good to know. But yeah, so that is definitely something that people could look forward to. And where do they, if I was somebody who wanted to try, where do I go in the Philippines to get a taste of rugby, maybe try my first time or watch the sport?
I think Philippine Rugby Union been doing a lot of programs at the moment within Metro Manila, different provinces, so Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Nice.
And you can just basically go to our Facebook page or Instagram to get to like the clinics that we're putting out there. And also we have local clubs as well in the Philippines that develops rugby, because the whole goal of introducing rugby again or focusing on the grassroots program is to uplift the local players to play on the highest level, which is the Volcanoes. And that's something that we want to, or our goal for the rugby here in the Philippines.
So you three gentlemen here represent all parts of the Philippines. We've got Leyte, Bicol, Ilocos here as well. You live in Cebu at the moment. But you guys grew up also in different parts of the world, is my understanding. Well, how does it feel to be able to, represent the Philippine flag and to represent a part of your heritage on an international stage?
I think for me, it's just, I was always proud being Filipino, even if it was half Filipino. I always considered myself as being a Filipino individual. And I think for me, just to go back and represent not only my mum's homeland, but what I consider my homeland, is truly a massive honor. And I just hope and pray that we can continue to instill pride into the flag and into the jersey as well. And I think I can say that for my teammates as well, is that they're just incredibly proud to play for the Philippines.
Gentlemen, finding success for the Philippines on the rugby stage. For you guys, what is the most special thing about being able to take on the flag and bring it into these places like Taiwan and be able to compete against the best in our region?
Yeah, I think being able to represent the country and kind of at the highest level for rugby is really, really great honor and great privilege. And it's amazing to show that the Philippines can compete at this level within Asia and possibly the rest of the world. And yeah, very, very proud moment.
What's it like in terms of the hierarchy of competition in the Philippines? Where are we at the moment? Like when you look at Southeast Asia, are we the top of the pile as of the moment? If you could give me a bit of an idea.
I think we're getting there. I think we're incredibly competitive as a nation, as a rugby nation as well, especially within Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
We really go toe-to-toe with the rest of the sea countries like Malaysia and all that stuff. And I think, we've always been very, very proud as being one of those countries that can not only be the underdog, but can always come out on top.
And then what are we pushing for? What is the goal for the Philippines in terms of what's the next stage for us?
I think for us is to really put Philippines on the map as a rugby nation and to encourage more local Filipinos to get into the sport. And I think it really coincides with us as a nation, as a culture. We're very competitive. We love playing physically as well. You can see it with the boxing, you can see it with the martial arts that we have here at home. And I think what a better sport to play and, just get yourself out there and play more physically as well.
There's something that is so fascinating to me when I watch rugby is that it is an incredibly physical sport and things get very heated on the field. But then I see all of this like incredible respect amongst the gentlemen on the pitch. And it doesn't very often boil over into something more, or they make amends very quickly. Like, can you explain to me the rugby culture? Because they say it's like, what's the saying? It's like a sport of warriors, but it's played by gentlemen.
Oh yes, it's a hooligan sport played by gentlemen. Yes, one of the core values of rugby is respect. And you can see it all the time on the field as well, where we have so much respect for the ref. Whatever he says goes. Yeah. And I think it's one of the things that you can also translate into life as well. You should always go out there with respect.
All right, gentlemen, it's amazing to have you guys here on the Scorecard. It's a privilege to have you on and to visit us here. And we look forward to seeing the next exploits you guys are up to, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on the Volcanoes. Appreciate the time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.